Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Titan Design here again, and today we will be learning how to make a very cool Overwatch styled wallpaper slash thumbnail. So I'll be going with the the wallpaper thing, the wallpaper theme, not a thing but a theme. All right. So for this you need Photoshop. You certainly do not need Cinema 4D for this one. Just waste your time, nothing else. Alright. So let's just pin this, I don't know why. There we go. That looks so much better. Maybe there. Put you there. Put you there. Put you there. Put you there. Alright, let's just wait. Okay, so once you got Photoshop all set, now what you want to do is go to Photoshop. I mean, if you're gonna open, alright, come on. Okay, there we go. So now once you have Photoshop, I'll be going with a thumbnail. So I'll just load my thumbnail template. So this is what I use, 1280 by 720, and then let's just name it Overwatch Thumbnail. Let's go ahead, okay, and then boom, we're here. Now the next thing you want to do is get a background. Okay, so getting a background isn't really much of a challenge. Okay, I mean, you can get a background anywhere actually. So I'm just gonna go and search up a an Overwatch background. So let's go open Chrome. Let's open Overwatch background. You'll choose a nice one. Something in like the natural setting, maybe. Okay, I'm convinced. Hanamura. Just view that image. Save that image. So just get your background. And I may have said Overwatch thumbnail, Overwatch themed thumbnail, but it's not really, compul or mandatory to, this is not exactly Overwatch themed. If you want, you can choose a different background, and then you can chill out. So relax, brother, relax. Okay, let me just. Okay, so once you have that opened, yeah, we have Hanamura open. So I cannot rename it. Alright, so once you have this, we'll start with the effects. So there is this really cool light effect I've been working on. So to get that effect, you need to click on this button and make a new layer. And let's name that layer Shadow effect. Alright, so make sure on that layer, go and select your brush tool. Alright, open this channel or panel or whatever. Oh no, oops, I don't want to do that. Alright, so open this and let's enlarge it a little bit. In the size, set it to 800 pixel. I mean, there's no need to have that. And this is the most important part, guys. You it has to be at 0%. Most important, the effect won't work if you don't have the hardness at 0. Next thing you want to do is select one of these brushes. It's up to use the same thing actually, and then just shut that down. Alright, so you see this is quite a gigantic brush. The color you want to select is shadow, right? So make sure it's pitch black. Okay, and right at the sides, just once. Just one more time. Right there. And then it's a little bit on the bottom. So for the bottom, I might wanna change my brush. Let's zoom out to 25, and then if you think it's a little less, do more. Doesn't matter. So let's put some there, and there, and there. All right. Let's go back to our normal size, 65, and boom. Now this is not done yet, so we'll just add a little bit more on the sides. Okay, add a lot. In fact, a lot of it. Just add more. So this is not the effect yet. So you might think, what a lame effect this is. It's not. Now you gotta right click and go to blending options. And then when you're here, just set the opacity to, I don't know, we'll just play around with this. Alright, let's keep it at 60, not that. We keep it at, 50, 60. 60 looks good. So now, with the effect, without the effect, you see, there's a major difference. It gives a nice shade to the whole picture when it's actually only on the side. So if you look closely, you'll see a little effect on the whole picture. So that's the first effect you want to do. And yes, you can use this on any image, just not necessarily Overwatch. Next effect is we're gonna add a little light source here, like we do in the viewport. So to add a light source, you need to make sure the brush tool is still selected, and then go and select white color. Okay, and then right on the top, just do that and that and that and a little bit there. Oops, you're not actually supposed to. You're actually supposed to create a new layer. Alright. So, let's make a new layer, and we'll call this layer light. Alright, so on the light layer, see, it adds like extra brightness. So you see that little light. It's cool, right? Very good. So once you've done the light, then if you want, you can mess around with the opacity on this one. I usually decrease it to 90 or 85 sometimes, so it doesn't look too intense. So once you've got that, now it is time to finally add the text, because that's the main part of the whole thing, right? So since we're doing Overwatch, I'm gonna use the Overwatch font. So there are 3 Overwatch fonts. I'm gonna show that to you guys. So let's just add text. Actually, why do I need a layer for text? It's gonna create one. Okay, so the first font you're gonna use is like the main font, the main thing, that kind of thing. So let us just open that, and that much is okay. So there are 3 Overwatch fonts. One is Futura, so let's just name it Tutorial. Let's enlarge it. Actually, let's just decrease it. So that is the first font. The second font is Big Noodle 2 Oblique, which is like the main Overwatch font. The third one is the same, but it is just not italic. Okay, it's not italicized. So for this tutorial, I'm just gonna use this one, and I'm gonna certainly increase the length to 520 maybe. And then I'm gonna go change the color. Select them all. Okay, color. I'll set it to white, just because white is cool. Tutorial. All right, we'll just do that. And yeah, we've got our text. Now the next thing you want to do is add another, which is like the semi-text, if you will. So this one I'm gonna use Futura. Futura. Now let's add here YouTube. Let's set this all to just 360. Okay, maybe more. 200. All right, 200 looks good. So, but the thing about this line of text, as you're doing, a thumbnail tutorial here, the thing about the second line of text, or the main thing of the text, is that they add a little border around it, and that just seems eye-catching. So the thing how this is gonna go, and make sure the light is always on the top. Okay, light should always be on the top, and the shadow should be right below it, so it affects it, so shadow on the top, and shadow not on the top. See, makes a big difference. So the next thing you want to do is go and select your rectangle tool right here by selecting U. So for some people this might not be rectangle, this might be custom shapes. So to fix that, or just to select the rectangle, is not really a glitch. Just hold down this rectangle, the custom shape, it should be actually custom shape by default, or whatever it is, and then go and select rectangle. Then basically make a rectangle outside YouTube. And yes, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, alright? So make sure the YouTube goes over it, and then this is the cool trick. Let's just change the rectangle's color for now. Blending options. Let's go and have a color overlay. Let's just keep it red for now. So now we want to center this YouTube on the rectangle. To do that, you just need to first rasterize this layer. It's actually for something else, but I'm just going to do that. And then hold down Control. Okay, hold down Control on a keyboard and select on this little T, wherever it's YouTube. Alright? Do that. You realize that this gets selected. Now we want to center it. So to center it, just go to your Move tool and then select Align Vertical Centers and Horizontal Centers. It is horizontal centers. Basically the two middle ones. If you realize it is centered. If you're not, okay, let's just do that again. So you realize it's now centered on the rectangle. Alright, it is now centered. So what now we do want to do? Now since it is rasterized, the reason why rasterized is because for another effect. Now while this is selected, hit delete on your keyboard, alright? Hit delete. And then use Control D and realize the select thing is gone. And now if we disable it, it gives us a really nice effect, like transparency. So see, it gives it a nice effect, nice little effect. I like it. So that's done, right? So now if you want to go ahead and delete YouTube, just go ahead and do that. It's gonna do nothing. Let's just name it YouTube text. And we don't want it to be, of course, we don't want it to be red. We're gonna go for the Overwatch colors. And not exactly Overwatch colors. We might go ahead and do a gradient on here. So the thing that people use when it comes to gradient is this one. Oops, this one. Okay, I don't know what is so eye capturing or something about this, but that's what they use. That's exactly what they use. I just edit that to be a little less orange. Nah, that looks too gross. Don't do that. I don't know. Let's just cancel that. You be the way you are. Okay, and what I like to do is add an inner glow and set the mode to overlay. What this does is it gives it like this really cool outline. See? It gives like a small little glowing outline. If you look closely, there's a little glow on the sides, and I think it looks really cool. So that's why I used that. Fit on screen. Alright. So, yeah, that's our text. Now, there's another thing I like to do, is that add like a blue filter. So now if you want to do it, actually I'll just let it be that way. Create a new layer. It's right below shadow effect. Make sure that's the case. Okay, it is there. Alright. Let's go blue color overlay. So now make sure that is selected and do the same thing. Select your brush tool and select a little blue color. Alright, so I'll use that. Sorry. And let's just enlarge it. 5000. Just press that once. Another time. And another time. So now we have, practically spray painted on here, but we need to change that. So now you see it's just your normal overlay, but for the light and shadow effects, that's this really cool effect. But that's not what we're here to do. There's an effect behind this. So right click on the blue overlay, and then set the opacity to the very minimum, like 15%. And get this, with the blue color overlay, without blue color overlay, it gives it a nice. Actually, we might just decrease the blue color a little bit more. Set it to like 5 or something. 5%. Now I might say, what the heck is the use? Without width. So yeah, that's cool, in my opinion. And that is it, I think. Yeah, that is it. So it took me 18 minutes to explain all this to you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I put a lot of time into these videos. I experiment and all that to get everything working. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Peace.